Yo, what's up guys, Coach Breezy here. Today I'll be evaluating Mitoo and Illusion. This is going to be DreamHack Finals. This is Game 5. The topic here today is where to base for surge tags and also how to rotate without any mobility. So let's go ahead and get into the surge tags, guys. Currently we have a zone that is a Sentinel Hill zone, just like Game 2. Game 2 they had a Sentinel Hill zone just like this. I believe it pulled back down to Misty, and I did see some consistency in going to this hill, which is actually the right idea. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the setup that I have for these safe zones. The safe zones are going to be marked in blue, light blue, for the safe zone to get surge tags. So these two blue spots are going to be where you could get surge tags from, and what you can see is going to be listed in pink. Pretty much these spots that you want to be at, or these spots here that I marked and listed, are going to be spots that are vital to, or crucial, so you could get to see all this and gain all this information about teams rotating, where the traffic zones are, and also if you want to get surge tags, the easiest way to get surge tags is going to open POIs. So an example of open POI would be Lazy Lake, and meaning open POI is that Lazy Lake can be seen from multiple directions. You could see Lazy Lake from this hill over here. You could see Lazy Lake from Sentinel Hills. You could see Lazy Lake even from this mountain over here if you have far view distance. You could see Lazy Lake all the way from the bridge. That's what I mean by open POI. Another example of an open POI would be retail, also dirty dogs, and steamy stacks. But yeah, those are examples of open POIs where you could see like everything going on. Another example would be Misty Meadows as well. But it's not really going to be seen by much, except for like one or two teams that do their little split drop back here from these hills. But basing early on in middle of zone is going to be crucial if you want to get surge tags early on and not have to worry about them in mid game or towards end game. So let's go ahead and play this video out. Right now they are heading to Sentinel Hills again. Heading to the left side is not really the right side to go. You want to go to the open POI first if you are looking for tags. Then you'll be able to see teams rotating early on if they are rotating early on, which is the best way to get into mid zone and not have to worry about getting pushed or anything like that using rotation, like I said in my other videos. So definitely want to look for those type of people early on by basing on this hill right here, one of these two slopes of the hill. They do stop here just to give a look. Later on they do mark to go to the hill. They do miss out on a couple free tags early on these two teams, but they do eventually find out where they are at. I honestly don't know how much tags they got on these kids. I don't believe they got any tag on rec, and it was really unfortunate. But if they were to base here very early on, instead of going left to go right first to the open POI, they definitely probably would have got a couple of free tags right off the jump. But they do eventually go back up to base up on top of the very upmost part of the hill, which is really good. The only things that they should be really looking at is later on, once the zone closes, all these teams from the north side are going to have to rotate towards Sentinel Hill. So like I said, guys, being at the northern part of Sentinel would probably be the best if you have one of these zones that pull like really far. So let me go ahead and rotate this a little bit, because I know that it's a little bit like this instead. So if you have a zone that pulls everybody more towards Sentinel, you want to be towards the north side if you want to get free tags. But now you're going to start seeing a lot of teams start rotating here and having free rotates as well. So they're going to rotate up here They're not gonna. I don't believe they take shots at this car, which definitely would have got them some free surge tags easily. Easily some free surge tags on that. More free surge tags right here with Splash and OMG Me. Everything that they should be looking at right now is towards this northeastern side. Again, it's gonna be way free tags, and they're really missing out on tags here. But that's, again, this is the main focus, is trying to find surge tags, and then we'll get into the rotating with no mobility later on. But again, guys, if you're gonna be looking for surge tags on Sentinel Hill, if you're on the northeastern side of Sentinel Hill, you're definitely going to be wanting to look towards the northeastern side of the map, especially if the zone is pulling more south. You're going to have lots of teams rotating from the north eastern and the northwestern, so it goes for both sides. If you're on the northwestern side, you look northwest. If you're on the northeastern side, you look northeast. Nothing's going to be coming from the south because you're too high up on the hill to see under where the water is. But there was a team that rotated right under their noses. I believe it was Chris and Different rotated right under their noses. They do have a sniper. Take in mind that Chris and Different do have snipers, so he does close. He doesn't want to open here. He does not want to open here because he will most definitely get sniped. A good spot to open up is right here. Right here is a really good spot to open up, especially if you know which person has the sniper. You'll be able to target the one in the back or target the one with the sniper. But yeah, this was definitely a missed opportunity. Definitely could have opened up here with the window. Definitely could have saw them easily with the window. So that's just one missed opportunity. So they missed out on a couple of surge tags like early on, like mid game, because they weren't looking in the correct direction. And this whole northeast section is the only spot you want to be looking at if you're looking for surge tags on this mountain or on the northeastern part of Sentinels, or on the northwestern. You look to the northwest, like I said. But let's go ahead and get into this end game rotate with no mobility. And as you can see, guys, guess who's in this game and guess what video this is, guys. This is the NorCal Nugs and Carp video that I did before a couple days ago. This is the same game with the waterfall in play, so we'll go ahead and go a little bit further ahead into where they get into a good position in zone and where they have trouble rotating. So now this is a really good spot, guys. This is a really extremely good spot in zone that they're at right now. But with having no mobility, your main goal with no mobility, no rotation, your main goal right now, considering the fact that you do have surge tags, which they don't have like a lot of surge tags right now, but considering the fact that you do have surge tags and you don't have to worry about it, your main goal is to be looking for any type of route that you could take once this zone closes. Any type of early route you could take once the zone closes, because if you have no rotation, your best bet is rotating early and using as little mats as possible to rotate. Alright, so zone closes, guys. Let's pause it right here. With the knowledge of knowing that all of the west side of the zone right now has the majority of people on it, so your best bet is to rotate early in this, especially since you're on the higher slope of the hill. Your best bet is rotating early on this. Make sure you're blocking your left side and your right with minimal mats, and rotating early so no congestion builds up like towards this hill. Because if you have all these teams up here on the western side of the map, they're gonna want to get up this hill, because they're gonna need to get up the hill. It's better for higher ground. It's better for them to plan their next rotate, especially if they all have rotation and based up on edge. They definitely have impulses and stuff like that, so they're definitely gonna contest this hill. So we're gonna see them make the decision to wait on the rotate, and then as you can see, we're gonna see some build up here in a second. So here comes the build up. from all these teams shockwaving. Like I said, all the teams that are shockwaving are going to want to contest this hill because it can help them plan out their rotation to take this rotation here, which doesn't really make sense to rotate. Mitoo does get beamed here and loses pretty much all of his shield. It does lose some white heals, and he's practically almost dead by now. So they lost a lot from that rotate, from not rotating early, because of all the congestion that built up. Because everybody that has rotation is going to want to get up this hill so they can plan out their next rotation with the mobility that they have. In Mitoo and Illusion's case, you do not have mobility, so your best bet is rotating early so you don't have this congestion build up on the hill that you rotated from. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into what I said before. This is going to be a short video. So same thing I said before with Nugs and Carp. We're going to go ahead and speed this up. Same thing I said in the Nugs and Carp video. Your best bet. So now, seeing that if you're marking zones, future zones, if you're marking future zones and where they're going to be at, obviously we have the waterfall in play, like I said before. So your best bet is staying ahead on the 6th, 7th, and 8th zone. I say that in every video. Being ahead of 6th, 7th, and 8th zone is going to be very beneficial for you, so you don't have to waste a lot of mats, and you can play for picks later on through old tarps and stuff like that. So rotating now would be the best idea. Let's go ahead and go to gameplay and go to drone free and see what type of rotate they could have made here. They most definitely could have made a rotate under this team to the left, or they could have made a rotate to the right and straight through, just building across from both angles so they don't get shot. But yeah, rotating early, guys. Again, rotating early, staying ahead of zone 6th, 7th, and 8th is going to be your main focus. Considering the fact that you have tags. This game, they didn't really have that many tags, so I believe they had some were worrying about Storm Surge a little bit, which halted them a couple times. But yeah, rotating in these in the 6th, 7th, and 8th zone early on instead of waiting for time to close would be the best idea. So now you're going to see them rotate. They could have already been down here and seen these teams impulse and possibly even killed them from in the air. But unfortunately, they don't have that opportunity. They're playing a good layering right here. They should want to drop to the bottom left side, which they do. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that unfortunately Mitoo does die here soon because somebody does drop on him. Yeah, right here, Jaybird drops on him, and after that, Illusion has to play it by himself. He can't really focus on anything like that. But continuing on, staying ahead is gonna be the best for you. I believe Illusion doesn't play towards the mountain for some reason. He crosses over later on instead of playing the layer that he's on right now. For some reason, I don't know what the reason was, but replay doesn't allow me to see what happened. But he does cross over here on the right side, so now he's playing mid-ground, right on the opposite side of the waterfall, which is not bad, but it's not the most ideal place you want to be. But yeah, guys, that's the end of this video. It was really quick. Again, if you want to get these surge tags, these are the places to be. These light blue zones, like I said, so you can see where you can get your tags from. Definitely, we see this zone a lot as well as like Sweaty and Holly. So definitely places to get your tags is where traffic zones are. So you're definitely gonna have a traffic zone at Ant Farm because everybody wants to use the rifts. You'll be able to see lots of stuff over at Salty and Holly from here, and from right here you'll be able to see Salty and Sweaty Sands. So definitely gonna be some good, and you'll be able to see Holly as well, or Ant Farm from this part as well. So definitely gonna get some surge tags from there. We already talked about this. You'll be able to see all of the pink. You definitely, if you're gonna be on these sides of the hill, you definitely need to look in the direction of the side that you're on. So northeast of the hill, you're going to look northeast. If you're on the northwest of the hill, you're going to look northwest, and keep all your focus on that if you really want surge tags or if you need them. Same thing goes for here. Open POIs, retail, lazy, misty from these back teams, dirty dogs from Stark and from this hill right here, also from this hill right here. Definitely have eyes on a lot from this hill. You could see Stark, you could see dirty, you could see retail, you could see lazy, and you can see anybody that's over here on these hills right here. But yeah, that's it, guys. If you want to rotate without mobility, make sure to stay ahead of zone and plan out your rotations and just have that be the main focus, since you have no mobility. If majority of the map is going to be on the west side, like that's open, that's in zone, you're definitely going to want to focus on staying ahead of those guys and planning out your positioning early on so these people don't rotate up the mountain and congest everything, which we saw earlier on Mitoo and Illusion. It got really congested. Mitoo got tagged up for a lot, went all the way down to 35 HP, and they had to use a lot of shields from that. If you don't want that happening, you're going to have to rotate early without mobility. Using your mats is a cost that comes with it, but it's a cost that is worth to take. But yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. If you want more videos, just DM me on Discord. Everything will be in the description. All my socials will be in the description as well. If you want some coaching sessions from me, go ahead and DM me on Twitter or Instagram. DMs are open. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want more videos, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. And that's it. See you soon on the next video.